Hi, Dave Gardy here at the Software Information Industry Summit from the Software Information Industry Association at Pier 60 in New York. And with me is John Felahi, who is the Chief Strategy Officer for a company that's a major sponsor here, Content Analyst. John, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks, Dave.
Content Analyst has really made an investment here at the conference. Why the big presence?
Well, we're focused on rapid insight into big content, meaning the shift that content is growing at a rapid rate. People need new ways to process it than they've been using traditionally because the marketplace is exploding. People are becoming more of a buyer than a consumer, meaning you have to sell to them. They're out there dabbling and digging stuff up. So in order to find that stuff, it has to float to the top where the person's going to find it or they're going to go to the next site. All these people here are selling content or selling solutions to the content suppliers like us. So we're trying to help make their job and their offering better to their customers.
So I'm hearing terms like Semantic Insight and findability when we talk about what you guys offer. What is that?
So that's a great question. So Semantic Insight and Semantic and Content Aware are all terms that we use to talk about our technology. What our approach is to understand the semantics of the words and how are they used in relationship to one another. So it basically says, I start to understand the concepts. Now, a computer never really understands them, but they can point out there's a relationship between these terms that most people, if they knew the topic, might say, oh, there's a relationship there. But as a novice or someone from the outside, you might not know that, and it helps you find the right documents or find the right pieces of content.
Okay, now you have a product called CAAT, C-A-A-T. What is that? What does it stand for?
Depends who you ask. So we couldn't go with CAAT, C-A-T, because there's this little company that makes equipment. So we had an XRay. It's Content Analyst Analytics Technology.
Okay. And what is it?
So it is a platform that has a series of capabilities that people can integrate into their software. So we don't sell a product to an end user. We sell it to other developers or other software vendors. They integrate it into their offering to enhance it. So we bring a way to allow automation with machine learning into the system so they can deal with the new volumes, the new velocity of data moving through the world.
Can you give us an example of some of the type of clients that would use it?
Yeah, we've got kind of 3 or 4 major markets. So just to put a little background, the technology was actually kind of built in the late 80s, and then through the 90s and early 2000s, it was basically housed mostly in our friends in the intelligence community. So we've done a lot of work there. Then around 2008, we focused on the legal market. We're now the leading supplier of technology to e-discovery and different types of legal industries. In the last couple of years, we've now focused on information services, content suppliers, social media, and some other markets where now they're also trying to struggle with how do we deal with all this content that we're looking at.
So does this mean the companies out there watching are going to have to get rid of their current categorization and search technology?
No, but they want to augment it. So search engines, and before I used to build them, are really great at, if I know exactly what I'm looking for, or I know the parameters of what I'm looking for, they'll help you find that. It's when you're saying, I'm looking for something like this, and you really want to make sure that you find the most relevant, the most conceptually similar documents. That's where those solutions fall down, and we can augment that. And for categorization, the interesting part there is people are spending too much time dealing with what are all the words, so they miss the voice of the author. With technology tools that are traditionally used, the person creating the categories or the word lists and rules that say, oh, this document has this word, it belongs in this category. They might not understand what were the words that author used. Our system understands this word's just like that one, let's put it in the right category.
And you guys are finalists for not one, but 2 Codie Awards, right?
Yes, so we are pretty happy that we are getting through the process. People are understanding the technology. Sometimes it's kind of hard when you're a technologist talking technology. So I think we've done a pretty good job of explaining it in the ways it brings value to them. So hence, hopefully we win a couple of awards and have a good time.
What do you think are going to be some of the future applications for your technology that you see coming down the pike that you see market chance to respond to?
I really think that the place that the market is going is allowing, at one end, the actual end customer to say, here are 4 or 5 examples of what I'm interested in. Let me build a category, in the words of the terms we're using, and come back and let the system kind of go do that. And they might only need it for an hour or a day or a month, but they could now take control and organize information and mine it effectively in their hands. And I think that's the real revolution. Because the world's shifting from people selling things to customers buying things, right? If we look today, most of us go to, when I go look for a new TV, I read online, the reviews, and then I decide, okay, now I've got 2 or 3, let me go figure out what I can get the best price on. Whereas before, someone would sell you something. The same thing's true in software. If you can't go online and look at it or download it and play with it a little bit, I don't even want to look at it, I move on. So, the technique in the world's changing. Same with content.
Excellent. If people want to find out more about Content Analyst, what's the website?
It's contentanalyst.com.
www.contentanalyst.com. I've been talking to John Felahi, who's the Chief Strategy Officer for the company.
Thanks, Dave.
John, congratulations on your finalists on the awards. Hopefully we'll see you in the awards ceremony.
Great. Look forward to it.
Dave Gardy here on the floor of the Software Information Industry Association's Information Industry Summit. Stay tuned for more.